Do you guys know what cultural appropriation is?
It's when people take a culture that's not their own and sort of use it and use it in a way that's not representative of the culture. So like a white girl walking around with dreadlocks is not representative of the culture. It's used as a fashion.
Do you take offence when you see one race adapting to something or another?
It depends though, because there's sometimes where they're embracing it the same way the actual people of the culture embrace it, where they use like their traditions. But if it is for something as like simple as music festival, and they don't understand the meaning behind it, and they're using some of like the culture from like other places, then that's when I think it's wrong. If you don't know what originally that meant, you shouldn't be using it.
Do you use have you ever used something from another race or adapted to a certain culture, like another culture apart from your own before?
I don't think I have, because I appreciate other people's cultures, but I wouldn't use it as a fashion statement. So I went abroad to India last year, and part of the culture in some places you have to cover your head with a headscarf. So I had to adapt and I had to cover my head, but it wasn't as part of me using it as a fashion. It was me appreciating the culture and respecting their values and their traditions.
So do you feel like it's okay when it's necessary and when you have to?
Yeah, because if you're like in a different country, you want to respect their rules and regulations.
But there's a difference between representing a culture and, you know, having to partake in a certain culture and then using it for a fashion statement. There's a difference between appropriating and respecting a culture.
With me, I'm mixed, so one side is Asian and one side is black. And with me, I have to adapt to both sides. So with the black side, I'll have to go like church, I'll have to celebrate Christmas. But with my mum's side of the family, I'll have to like cover myself from head, well not from head to toe, but like make sure my arms and my legs are covered, make sure that I'm wearing appropriate clothing to be going to relatives' houses, just to not offend them.
Is there a certain side that you're used to more, or a certain side that you're closer to?
Yeah, so with like London, you have more like Jamaican slang that is used more often. Like it's not cultural appropriation because it's over here, but it's because foreigners have come over here and they've like adapted, or Londoners have adapted to that as well. So they've had to change as well.
Okay. Can I ask you what you think of Kylie Jenner?
I'm sure she's a lovely girl, but with some of the stuff she does, I see it and I don't agree with it. So like the Kardashian Jenner clan in general, when they've got like their hair in cane row and everything, and they're listening to rap music, which, you know, it just, this whole thing, I don't agree with it.
Okay.
Like, just stick to being true to yourself. Don't try and take other people's cultures and try and adapt it into a fashion, because it's people like her that influence girls our age, and they look at it and they think, oh, it's okay to go out in a do-rag. It's alright to go out in a do-rag if I'm a white girl, you know.
In terms of Kylie Jenner, I feel that she does take a lot from other cultures. So she will wear her hair in cane rows, and she like plumped up her lips, got like a bigger booty basically, just to look like a black counterpart. And if she believes that's what black culture is, then she hasn't fully tried to understand what's happening.
Sorry. Do you think in the fashion industry there needs to be more black models for African wear? For example, like I'm not sure if you've seen, but certain like clothings and certain African wear, white models will be modeling them. Do you feel like they need to have more black models to, or do you find that alright because it's?
No, I think if it's African wear and, you know, it's representative of a certain culture, they should take models of that culture. Like, I wouldn't want to see a white woman wearing traditional robes or whatever, like, or in a sari. I wouldn't want to see that. I want to see a good representation of a culture rather than something that has been whitewashed to fit in with fashion. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your answers. I feel like this was the best interview I'm ever going to get. Do you have anything else you want to add that you think about the case, or something you've mentioned in your own discussions? Or
what's the word? Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
It is okay to take on board someone else's culture and someone else's like traditions, as long as you know what it's about. If you're doing it for the sake of fashion, there's no point. If you're doing it to be popular or to be like, yeah, that just looks good, not knowing the reason behind it, there's no point in you adopting that fashion.
Yeah. With different cultures, if you're somewhere where you have to respect a culture, make sure that you're doing it correctly. Make sure that you're not using it as a way to make yourself look better as a fashion statement. Make sure that you're actually going to represent that culture and be respectful of it. Don't just use it to make yourself look better or think that it's something that's fashionable and, you know, should be seen by others, because younger girls are going to see that and they're going to think that that's alright and it's not.
Mhm.